Do you struggle with maintaining healthy boundaries with people? Do you have low self-esteem? Do you often put other people's needs before your own? Are you just too nice? If you're experiencing any of these, you're going to want to watch the whole video, because the solution to all of these issues isn't what you think. The real solution to all of these issues comes down to your sense of self and your ability to be selfish. That's right, I said it. It's your ability to be selfish. Selfishness is the solution, and it can actually be a good thing when used correctly. You might be thinking, isn't it bad to be selfish? Wouldn't being selfish make me a bad person? And the answer is no. Being more selfish actually makes you a good person. Here are the 5 reasons you need to be more selfish. Realizing this changed my life, and it just might change yours. Reason number 1, self-care. When you start to practice selfishness, if you're observant, you might start to realize a lot of things about people. One of them being that the people who care for themselves the most are able to take care of others the best. Taking care of yourself is really all about doing something that makes you feel good about yourself. And this has nothing to do with anything that makes you feel good now while making you feel worse later. This has everything to do with things like taking care of your appearance, your body, your health, your mental state. It doesn't even have to be complicated. It could be as simple as setting time aside for yourself to do activities you enjoy, something that brings you internal fulfillment. The reason taking care of yourself is so important is because it makes you feel good. When you're meeting your own needs, doing things you enjoy, and not worrying about what other people think, your energy becomes infectious on a positive level. People will naturally start to gravitate towards you because we are hardwired to be around people who make us feel good. They might not even understand why they want to be around you, but people will understand that you make their day better just by interacting with them. And the best part is, you're not even doing anything. You're not going out of your way to make anyone like you. You're not trying to change yourself for other people's needs. You're just being you. And the people who end up being around you like you for you. So there's no pressure to be something you're not. And because there's no pressure, you're able to care for others from a space of authenticity and abundance without expecting anything in return. Reason number 2, boundary setting. This is a big one, guys. Most people are getting taken advantage of simply because they allow it. They allow others to take advantage of them. They let little issues slide in hopes of avoiding conflict and saving their relationship, without realizing that every issue they let slide actually builds resentment and only puts off the inevitable conflict to a later date, and oftentimes can be the main reason their relationships end. This is all an effect of having low self-esteem, a low sense of self, or in other words, a lack of selfishness. When you start practicing selfishness, your needs become just as important, sometimes more important depending on the situation, as others' needs. Because of this, when you have an issue with someone, you're not going to let it just slide. You're going to speak your mind and tell them exactly why you have an issue with them and how they can fix it. When you confront someone and they listen to what you have to say, it creates this space of dialogue between you two that can actually bond you closer together. You're also able to see whether this person actually cares about you. Because if they're willing to change something they're doing that is causing an issue with you, it's a very strong indicator that they value you. Likewise, you'll also see who doesn't really care about you. The people who dismiss what you have to say, or make you feel like every issue you're experiencing from them is your own issue. Run. For someone who doesn't practice selfishness often, being honest can seem really scary. But the more you practice honesty, the more you'll start to realize that being honest actually improves your relationship with others. But above all, it improves the relationship with yourself because you're honoring your own needs. When you honor your own needs, your sense of self increases and you feel more secure in who you are. Now, before I move on to the 3rd reason of why you need to be more selfish, if you guys are liking the information in this video so far, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel down below for more videos like this that are going to help you level up in your life. Reason number 3, self-respect. If you've ever met someone with a high level of self-respect, you will almost feel this energy of protection or a sense of comfortability in their presence. The reason you feel like this is because self-respect is a feeling that is usually earned over a period of time and is one of the hardest emotions to genuinely experience and maintain over time. Why is it one of the hardest emotions? Because as much as we'd like to believe we can't lie to ourselves. We know exactly when we're living a life we're proud of, when we're consistently taking actions that make us feel good. We also know when we're missing the mark and not living up to our highest potential. This is why people who respect themselves are almost always somewhat successful, disciplined, honorable, or trustworthy people. Because respect cannot be given, it must be earned, even if it's yourself. To consistently experience this emotion, you have to be consistently honoring yourself, which means you have to be consistently in tune with yourself, your needs, and following through with them. And as you might have guessed, the only way to be in tune with yourself is by being selfish. By being selfish, you learn how to pay attention to your own desires, and you always make sure to see them through, as long as they're not hurting anybody else. In doing this, the respect for yourself will naturally grow, and you will develop a sense of stability and strength in who you are that people will notice. And the best part is, the moment you learn how to respect yourself, people will respect you and treat you better. Remember, energy is contagious. How you feel in here is exactly how people will treat you out here. Reason number 4, improved relationships. You've probably picked up a common theme by watching this video by this point. That common theme overall is improved relationships. Although it may seem counterintuitive, what you need to realize is that when you become more selfish, all of your relationships automatically improve. Negative experiences with partners, toxic family situations, friend group who doesn't respect you, always underestimated by others. I can go on forever. The point is that you can name any problem that you might be experiencing that deals with relationships in your life, and I promise you all of it will improve. Why will it improve? Because you're improving. You need to start thinking of the relationship you have of yourself as the most important relationship in your life. The truth is, what you feel inside about yourself, inside your soul, is exactly how people will treat you. If you don't feel like you deserve love, you will only ever attract and allow yourself to continually experience relationships with people who hurt you. If you don't feel like you deserve to be respected, you will only ever attract people who disrespect you. But when you become honest about how you feel about yourself and start to work on your own relationship, you start to change your patterns by practicing selfishness. You finally start to tune into what you want. You finally start to honor what you want by taking actions towards it. And finally, everything starts to change. Ultimately, you have to start taking responsibility and realize that you're not a victim. You're the cause of them and the relationships you allow into your life. And if you want to change them, all you have to do is change yourself by making yourself come first. Reason number 5, personal growth. When you become more selfish, you don't only start to care for yourself, set boundaries, develop a sense of self-respect, and experience improved relationships. You also start to naturally get into personal growth. You've built so much momentum and experienced so many positive changes in yourself and others around you that you start to get addicted to the process. You start to actually want to keep going, not from a place of weakness, but from a place of strength and curiosity. You get into the mindset of wanting to be the best version of yourself. You start to feel passionate about yourself, your life, and sometimes you want to help others realize this truth, this process. This truth being that although we're told selfishness actually makes us a bad person, selfishness is actually the only thing that will make you a good person. Because when we feel good about ourselves, we feel good about life. And when we feel good about life, we just want to give and help others feel good too. So if you want to help others, the best thing you can do is help yourself first, and everything else will naturally follow. Now that you've learned the 5 reasons why you need to be more selfish, and why selfishness can actually benefit your life, the next step is to learn the best habit that you can incorporate into your life today that will not only help you become more selfish, but will help you experience better quality relationships with yourself and others. Thanks for watching my videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Love you guys. Peace.